got into real estate by doing all the wrong things. Come from the commercial background, doing all of the shopping centers, taking all the agricultural land and building the Walmarts. And from that, my daughter kept saying, like you were speaking about, is you don't know what you're doing, is I'm holding my styrofoam cup in my hand. And basically saying it's time for you to start thinking differently, Mom, because I have a future. And you really are being very destructive to the earth. So with that message coming from my daughter, I thought, well, I need to maybe start looking differently at what I'm doing, maybe being smarter, being more responsible.
The way I've always approached real estate is I look at buying and selling of a house as the ultimate recycled product. There's probably nothing out there that has a greater possibility of durability and changing hands and maintaining its intrinsic value. So along those lines, I've pursued the EcoBroker designation, as well as become a certified green building professional through Build It Green, based in the Bay Area.
How does your practice differ, on a day-to-day basis than a traditional practice?
My approach to everything green in regards to real estate is not necessarily let's do it green, but I pull green out of it and say, what's important to your family right now? Even in the most minute way, is it that you're trying to save money? Is it that you're trying to be more energy efficient? Are you going for greater comfort? Do your kids have allergies? Given what their concerns are and their desires, it's at that point that I bring greener practices into their cognizance, into their consciousness, and try to introduce them to goods and services that by nature would be defined as green, but to the clients, they feel as though I'm offering them an alternative to either bring costs down, become more energy efficient, be more comfortable, or be healthier.
And sometimes you have to help them understand what their best interest is. They may not even be thinking about indoor air quality issues. They may not even be thinking about sustainability of houses and things of that sort. So a lot of it is finding out what they want and then adding some educational component to that.
There's so many simple modifications that can be made to anybody's home, really nowadays, and for a minimal amount of money. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And the stereotypical thought is, well, first thing I should do is put in solar. And that's, that really is definitely not where we have to start. Where we start is with home sealing, keeping the air inside the house. And if we just do those minimal things, which cost a minimal amount of money, we could make such a difference. And I see that so many of my clients are willing to step up and do that.
How do you see the business as a whole changing over the next few years to become more green?
There's a lot of clients out there that just have no clue their houses are leaking as much as they are. They have just no clue that the energy usage, and it's not just the house itself, but their living habits. So we need to help educate them on the fact that when they keep everything plugged in and they've got their VCR plugged in they haven't used in 6 months, but it's constantly drawing power.
They need to know the water conservation. They need to know the other options that they have. And so we get a chance, a great opportunity to help them to think and be more intelligent in their choices.
The green, especially green real estate and all products and services related to green, I feel like we're in that same sense of infancy right now, where we are in the first inning. And this is something that when it takes off, it's going to take off, and it's trickling down. It's Al Gore speaking to bigger people and the government speaking to us, and now we're giving it to our clients. And the trickle-down effect is really working, because especially in an area where I am, in Marin County in the Bay Area, there's such a desire and demand for this, and the consciousness has become so great that the price differential between buying something recycled or sustainable or green, however you wish to term it, the differential between that and what used to be the standard has gotten so small that it's now no longer a question of do I pay the extra to be green, but if I have a choice between a hardwood or an FSC wood or a sustainable or bamboo, I'm going to go for that, not only because I think it's attractive, it will last longer, but ultimately it will save me money. Oh, and it's good for the environment.
I'm almost sorry that we refer to this as green building and green real estate instead of building better and better real estate. Because a green built home is a better built home. And I think if we can just instill that one thought in people, I think that's a big plus in moving in the right direction.
What we can introduce as real estate agents now is a healthier environment. Nothing else makes more of a difference than a healthy environment. It might be a beautiful home to walk into, but your family's healthier, you're more comfortable, by increasing air quality inside of a home, and most importantly, you're reducing energy costs.
Just as agents, what we can do to help is to bring it to a manageable level, even just to the most simplistic thing, even just having them understand, as you've been talking about, Brian, with air escaping out of their home. Let me just give you a roll of window insulation and show you how to put it in. And dramatic change, and you've now done something green. Don't you feel good?
In order to have the major impact on sustainability, you want to get people way beyond those fairly small percentage who are buying and selling in one particular time. Is that a role for realtors?
I think very much so, and I think that some of the things that we are doing as the California Association of Realtors, the client direct newsletters, I think it's a great move in that instead of agents sending out paper flyers every month, instead send it out through email. We provide that as a free service to all of our members, and how many of our members are utilizing that? And then within that, we now have green tips in every one of those newsletters to help people green up their living practices at home.
We have to be the future. We can't allow it to come. We are the example. We are the suggestions. We are that if it was my money, this is what I would do.